So this is a brief video to explain tariffs and tariffing. I was of the apparently mistaken idea that America being a bright country, anybody who was voting Tuesday last had taken the time to investigate things like what are tariffs and fully understood the ramifications of the voting decisions they were making. Over the last week, it has become extremely clear that that's not true. I've seen people online and I've read people in print media saying that they did not understand what tariffs were when they voted. A lot of people saying that. So I've decided I haven't been posting for a long time. I got married. My spouse is here in this country now. And I should be posting. So this is the first. Tariffs are originally a tool intended to encourage buyers in a country, the United States, to purchase goods created, sourced, and produced in that country, the United States, rather than foreign goods that were imported. That's done by applying a tax on the foreign goods. So company XY imports a large amount of whatever, widgets, and they're paying a Chinese company 35 cents a widget. And the tariffing authority here says, no, we don't want those Chinese widgets. We're going to add an additional 20%, 25%, 60%, 100% to them. And some people got the mistaken idea that that tariff would be paid by China. No. That tariff is paid by the importing company in the importing country and is invariably passed directly along the chain to you, the consumer, or me, the consumer. That's how tariffs work. With the reality that almost everything in the global world uses parts from multiple countries, you need to understand that tariffing is going to raise prices on everything in this country, possibly by as much as 20%, 40%, 60%, 100%. It depends on what level of tariff. So that's the first thing. It damages our economy by forcing inflation. Inflation, quite frankly, far worse than anything we've seen in my lifetime, I think. Onto the scene. Maybe if he have smaller tariffs, less. But then in addition to that, because it's a global market, people are going to respond by tariffing the United States. And that is the beginning of something called a trade war. You tariff me, I tariff you, everybody tariffs everybody, and you take the results to a bank, if there's still one standing. The big tariff, the Smootly whatever, Hart, maybe, tariff in the 1920s exacerbated and lengthened the Great Depression. Some people say even caused it. I tend to think it was happening anyway, but it certainly extended it and worsened it. The tariffs that we're now looking at, given the amount of material that is global, one woman in a podcast said, who owns a company that manufactures things, said that she had no concept of how they could operate. The result from the tariffed industries, the people who bring these products in, is that they're passing it all on to the consumers. They're very blunt about that. So you've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% raises in prices being planned and stepped into place. You've got a significant number of people who are going to suffer because of the tariffs, but it is what it is at this point. The next thing I'm going to cover, and there will be more of these regularly, I'm going to have another channel for I don't even know what to call this, non-survival items, but this one is going to continue, and it's going to be stuff like election returns and so forth. Thank you very much. I think that's all I have to say right now. The next video will be on forced labor and how we replace, because that's effectively what farm workers are. Foreign nationals who aren't citizens are cheated, they're abused, they're used, but they result in lower grocery prices. If we're going to force all of them out of the country, what are we going to do?